All right, we've got our crypto weekly update today. We'll get straight into it. You can all see me good. Sweet Bitcoin. Um, we've ran through extreme demand. We've swept extreme liquidity, which would have been there. Mm, yeah, like technically speaking, that is extreme liquidity. Which has been swept as well. And then we have broken structure, so however, is this range still valid? Mm, it's like borderline, because if you use this as a deviation and you pull your range down, then yeah, it's obviously completely fine. Um, this could just be one of those instances where you either have to get a really nice return to zone for you to enter, otherwise it's not. Otherwise, it's very high risk entering here. Just because, yeah, and you can see here there's no return to zone, and we're actually respecting our supply POI as well, by the looks of it. So we've respected this nicely. Obviously, we've wigged through, but we haven't closed through. Um, so yeah, as of now, we can expect price to go lower in the short term. And yeah, and then you can see here a fairly decent return to zone, leaving sell side liquidity behind. Meaning price can come back down. Given this is the case, we kind of have to look at what POIs could price come back into. But I'm not really seeing anything. Except for this 4-hour OBIF. So if price can come back slowly, leaving behind a lot of buy side, I would be willing to take a long here upon this mitigation. And that's kind of all I'm interested in regarding Bitcoin. Yeah. That is really it. Let's have a look at ETH. Let's have a look at USDT dominance actually. We have mitigated this supply up here. And so far, this is kind of the ranging environment we're in. And all we can do is just wait and see what our price does. All right, let's look at some major pairs now with ETH. ETH. You can see this compression here completed itself. Yeah, ETH's always been like so volatile, man. I think there is a fairly large structure supply up here. In terms of where ETH is now, it is technically downtrending, so we can pull our range like this. As there's no structure break here, it is a downtrend. How can we confirm this? We've got a high, low, lower high, lower low, and that's technically a week. So yeah, this is a downtrend. Obviously that wasn't valid on the daily because of the 6 candle, but it's valid here. You can see a much clearer picture on the 12-hour. Lower high, lower low, and then you've got your little wick, and then we are coming back down. But yeah, this is our ranging environment for now for ETH. Question is there more refined demand here? There can very well be. This is probably the closest refined demand POI to, yeah. There might be something in there, but there probably will be, to be fair. But if it was here, yeah, it would have been mitigated. So we're not interested. It would be nice to see price accumulate in here, along with Bitcoin. But yeah, and this is a 6-hourly range, so you're going to need a lot more time in here to accumulate. All right, let's see what else we have. Asta. This technically is demand. Yeah. There's no point having these up here because they're just way too little and insignificant. But this is fine. That daily structured demand pool. And Asta pretty much completed this schematic. Yeah, it did too. The distance between tap 2 and 3 wasn't as nice as the distance between tap 1 and 2. You can see that quite clearly. But sorry, it hasn't completed itself. It's so far just front ran its technical target. And yeah, still getting some. We're just getting a. I think we're going to get a pullback and then we'll complete the schematic. And if anything, this may have been like a 5 minute or 10 minute OBIF. And then if anything, we'll reject off this. What are we? 15 minute now. Yeah, I think this was a 5 minute. Okay, 10 minute OBIF this one. But yeah, so far as of Asta, there's nothing really I'm liking the look of in here. You just kind of have to wait for this model to complete itself. Let's look at cake. Cake. Look at that cake. Cake, sort of similar story. We formed some form of accumulation and we're looking to complete it. But there's nothing really yet to be completed, and we've got all these highs up here, which will probably get swept soon. Hence why I'm liking the look of this schematic completing itself. Will we get a pullback all the way into here? I don't think so. Don't count it out, but I don't think so. We've obviously mitigated everything here. Yeah, in cake, same thing. Kind of just waiting for this this zone to play out. Let's look at CC. And yeah, this range can already be I just don't think it's going to sweep the extremes again. If it was going to finish it, if it was going to run up, it was going to run up, but we've sort of delayed it. It's sort of been delayed. And there is still quite a bit of demand below from the look of things. That's a 3-day OBIF. We have a 4-day OBIF. Yeah, I'm liking this 3-day OBIF. It's a lot more realistic than that 4-day because that 4-day wasn't even really correct market structure. So we can see if I was in a CZ position, or if if I was in a CC position, I wouldn't be expecting this to I would like to see it come down into this demand. Realistically, when you look at the whole thing, it's kind of like one distribution schematic. Like it literally is like this. It's an uncompleted distribution schematic, but it is a distribution schematic looking to get a confirmation here. But just sweep these highs and just plummet down. So this is definitely an interesting chart to monitor. Yeah. Whereas this range, like I'm not really liking it. Is that valid? They're sort of touching. That ain't valid. That may have been mitigated. That has been mitigated. There you go. Nice. Great reaction there from price. But yeah, other than that, from CC at the moment, at this given moment, there's nothing really Look at kind of wait and see what else Price decides to do. There probably is some supply up there. It wouldn't surprise me. Supplies. Yeah, you do have some supply up here. Alright, let's have a look at XLM. All of these charts could be very similar. That's been tapped as well. Yeah, this is kind of the next, that is the next range pool that we would be interested in, as everything else has been mitigated. So in terms of XLM, I would like it to slowly make its way much deeper into this demand POI. Because it's kind of in the, unless there's some sort of demand in here, it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, the range at the moment. There you go. There you go. Perfect structured demand. That's fine. Obviously, you do have a little doji candle there, but this can be validated on the 15-minute. It can be perfectly validated on the 15-minute. So this is the only other piece of demand that I am looking for a reaction from. And I believe we've just got it there. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, that's been mitigated. It's been mitigated to perfection, unfortunately for us. But what we can do is see if there was... if we could pull these down lower. Not really. Yeah, you've got this, and that's about it on the 10-minute. Yeah, other than that, for XLM, nothing really else to monitor. Just literally, really, just let price do its thing. This might be a range, but I'd rather the second pull if we even get it there. All right, pump fun. I'm not going to go through all of these. I'm going to go through a few key ones. Pump fun, obviously we've distributed there. We have deviated. I'll try this cologne today and it smells unbelievable. I can still smell it now. Yeah. Shout out the cologne, eh? 12-hour OBIF. I will write that down. Yeah, I'm not really liking this ranging environment here for Pump Fun. There's nothing really else to grab below. Hence why, like, everything's in favor here for an accumulation, but the actual TA of this accumulation is just not looking good. Like, this is terrible. This is actually terrible. Yeah, ideally I would like a sweep of this low until we, yeah. Yeah, this has to be a model one now because we've already taken out all the extremes. There's no reason for it. Doesn't make sense for price to just all of a sudden go up. It needs to sweep all these lows once more, and then power up. Where are we? XRP. Okay, can see some form of accumulation already here forming. I am liking the look of this. This actually looks pretty good, to be fair. This looks quite clean because we can see every supply that was created here has been mitigated. Yeah, we've got a nice little 4-hour OBIF there. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now let's see where our extreme liquidity is. Perfect, look at that. Guys, this could be textbook. Now the only other thing we have to do is just practice patience. That is all. And yeah, hopefully we get a nice slow move down. XRP, we'll move that to the top of our list. We'll move CC up there, why not? Pump Fun, yeah, not interested. Sui, Cristiano Ronaldo, Sui. Not really interested in Sui. That is a valid demand area. Yeah, nothing else. Tau. Very choppy price action here. We'll probably wait for a bit more of a retracement into this demand. Ondo. Very choppy price behavior in here as well. Link not showing me anything. Doge showing me something. If anything in here. Doge is looking alright. Potential accumulation model here on Doge, 100% could play out. Return to zone looks good. You can see whatever supply was created here, if anything, has been mitigated. The only thing I don't like about this is the supply chilling up at the top. Yeah, I don't like this. Not a fan. Like, at the end of the day, you can always de-risk as price reaches this, but it's just one extra thing you kind of have to worry about, which is a bit annoying. I think you had a 4-hour OBIF there as well. You got a 6-hour, but then I'd rather use this 4-hour OBIF just for higher confluence, because it's also in the if I use this 6-hour, look where it would be compared to tap 1. So you want to use a extreme point in relation to tap 1, and you want it to be ideally, if it's an accumulation, you obviously want it to be a deviation below tap 1. So this fits our requirements perfectly. And then for Doge, that's kind of it. We'll find our extreme liquidity. It is very similar to the XRP. Very similar to the XRP chart, actually. This is our extreme liquidity. Beautiful. That is it for Doge, guys. Got that. And was there extreme supply on XRP? No, there wasn't. No, there wasn't. Alright, I think we monitored Link for a little bit. Sol, not a fan. Hype is giving us something. Obviously, we've completed this distribution model, and now we have formed this accumulation. which is on the much higher time frame. So yeah, this is looking good. What I would like to see is a very slow pullback into here for potential lower time frame accumulation models to take all the way up to this range high. So that's still my plan for hype, if you will. Not sure why I didn't have an alert there, but yeah, regards to hype, this is my plan. And that's kind of it. The others aren't worthwhile. You can see XMR. Render's not really doing much. CAS, not interested. TON, potentially. Man, I would have caught the craziest PO. I would have caught the craziest PO3 schematic on TON. Have a look at this. That is wild. Man. What on earth was I doing that made me not catch this? This is a PO3 schematic to perfection. Man, that's wild. That's actually wild. I haven't looked at this chart in a while, but crazy. Well, the TON of PO3 was complete. This chart looks horrific. Absolutely horrific. Oh, I stand corrected. It's actually just completed a nice distribution model, to be fair. So I do apologize for the jumping to conclusions. With TON, yeah. I guess with TON, you would just be looking for an accumulation at any given moment. It's kind of gone as low as it could really go. Like maybe yeah, like Bitcoin Cash, we've looked at that, and that's it. That's all I am interested for today. All that's been set for the week. We'll obviously jump back on tomorrow and see what the Monday has for us in store. And yeah, as always, don't trade expectations, trade confirmations. See you guys soon. Peace.